Alright, so this is the cornucopia sort of shaped entrance to the Monteria village, and I'll show you the check-in counters as well, where we get these bands on our wrists. I'm guessing that there's a school troop or something like that, because they're all dressed pretty uniformly. And behind me there is the entrance, proper entrance to the village, which we drive through. And this is the reception area, where you get a briefing about all the activities that await us, which I am going to start doing now after a hearty carb loading breakfast like I just showed you. And alright then, let's get this Monteria village video started. As we enter Monteria village, we are greeted royally like the kings of old used to be greeted, with a fanfare of a trumpet, and it's absolutely uniquely Marathi style. Thank you so much. And let's get back to your roots, as it says at the entrance itself. So here is a little wraparound of the entrance, and yeah, I guess we'll be going up this way. Starts with a souvenir shop and a nursery. So let's take a look at the plants, shall we? After all, it's the plants that make life possible. So yeah, really nice greenhouse they've created over here, with plants going all the way back there. Oh, all the way around. Lots of, yep. As you can see, these are the basmati, shatavari, aloe vera, ajwain, Vicks tulsi. Okay, first time I've ever seen this plant. Vicks tulsi, long tulsi, mint tulsi, so lemongrass, succulents, ZZ plant, snake plant, Birkin. Very nice. Alright, so the nursery is something very interesting, and definitely this is going to be a day to remember. And oh, Shiv Baba. Not really an attraction, but on the here I guess you can see Shiv Baba. Okay, so here is the guide map, and there's some information for us here as well. So we'll be covering all these activities, and I guess we'll be winding up after a round at Theka the bar. Alright, so let's get started with Ali Baba's cave. Throughout the village they have these funny little signboards next to animal sculptures, like this is an elephant, and Hathi mere sathi, elephant my friend. Then here is one which says Gai bhains pani mein, which means wasted effort, and there's a water buffalo inside the water. So, and of course there's a milestone marker which says there is still some way to go. And there's a rabbit over there with a Marathi slogan, Sasa Sasa Disto Kasa. And of course this is some sort of an entrance to where some sort of a family function is being held. And now we are going to head into the cave. There's a chameleon, look, Rang Badlu Girgit. So nice little thing. Here we are. This is Ali Baba's cave. So those of you familiar with Arabian Nights will know that this is part of a children's folk tales, and it's got a bit of a water feature. Yeah, the water cascading down from the roof and from the sides of the tunnel. So very short, very quick. And here is the pool, and as you can see there's a function in the distance. Alright, there's an astrologer over there as well, and there are a few spaces to sit. So I'm wondering where the games are, because that is where we are headed next. It's breakfast time at Monteria village, and I've got a few nice options with me. Agreed that most of it is fried, but we need to carb load because we got a whole day of activities ahead of us. As you can see way back there, there are lots of attractions, lots of adventure activities, and of course we'll be capping it off with some pool time and rain dance if we can muster the courage for that. Alright, so coming up, a whole day of very, I would say, unique sort of activities. This kind of village has a setting like Choki Dhani. It reminds me of Choki Dhani in Rajasthan, where they recreate the Rajasthani village experience. So this place recreates the Maharashtrian village experience, and we will be taking a look at some handicrafts, at some local craftsmen doing their work, and maybe we will pick up a few souvenirs as well. And lots of, like I said, activities to look forward to. So just getting started. The day is 11 o'clock. The day is just getting high noon, towards high noon. And we'll be here till the evening, and we will try and make the most of the day. Alright, so while we leave the aged people who are not going to be very active to rest in the hammocks that are here, very nicely spread out, Advitya and I and the young ones, the kids at heart, will take a full advantage of all the activities that are around in Monteria village. And at the same time, happy birthday to Mamuji! I'm guessing that this is the mile marker reference, which was 100 meters ago. And as you can see, there's a train, I will say a decommissioned train or something that they've put, because there are a lot of coaches. Alright, it goes off for a long way, like I had showed you from the place where we were eating our breakfast. And that's it, we are heading up to where the games and everything is. Alright, so a few fair games, hoopla, the ring game, and then there's the glass toss, and then there was a potluck in which we threw a couple of balls towards open pots, but no luck, so no potluck there. And then there's balloon popping over there. So these games are quite, I will say, low intensity. We are going to ramp up our intensity soon by starting with this bridge that you see behind me over there. Let me show you a better view. Right, and there are swings over there, but we'll go there later. There's a seesaw and a horse. You can see it looks like a Trojan horse, right? And there are a couple of bikes and ATVs over there on which we got our photos clicked. So this is the Lakshman Jhula, right? So let's go. Alright, so after the Lakshman Jhula way back there, there are quite a few swings and rope bridges, and a central, as you can see, huge round from which many swings are hung. And there's a jungle gym for kids. There's a rope maze, as you can see here, rope ladder, rope maze. So most of these things are basically kid level. Yeah, I'll obviously just go through the hoops, jump through the hoops quite literally, just to get the things out of the way, and then we'll head to the actual adventure zone, which is where we'll do some zip lining and some bike riding on the high wire and everything. That's there, I can see that over there. I'll try and focus on that. So there is the adventure zone, and we are heading there now. And oh, there's a petting zoo as well. So might as well give Advitya a little taste of the petting zoo. It's got a couple of half a dozen goats, I guess, including a huge one right here. And Advitya, of course, is mesmerized. Yep, she is trying to look at them. Alright, so I guess the goats are pretty tame. They are used to people, hanging around them. And I'm not going to be too adventurous with Advitya and take her too near in case one of them decides to take a bite at her. And alright, So coming up next, after I go through this, as you can see, this little kid is doing the rope maze sort of thing, and there's a climbing wall over there as well there. So all these things are well and good, but what we are here for is the adventure zone and heading there now. Alright, there we go. So a few people doing the zip line and quite a few people waiting as well. So what we've decided is that we'll wait for the lunch, for this rush to be over, for the staff to take their lunch break, and then we will do the zip lining, the zip biking and the ropeway course. Alright, and there's this little temple up the stairs which I will take you to while I say that. Oh look, a butterfly, there it is, a yellow butterfly. Soon Advitya will be grown up enough to appreciate all these things and do them on her own, and hopefully she will have a nice adventurous life full of pep, as we used to say in Sanar. And here is the temple, quite a long way up to the zip line as well. We'll be, oh, this bell has no dong but it's all right. There's a Om inside, and that's the place from where they do the zip lining up there. So let's see, after lunch we'll come back here next to this bamboo grove in the Western Ghats and get some adventure under our belt after we get some food, more food in our tummy. To be quite honest, my breakfast isn't quite digested yet, so I might keep the lunch quite light. Alright then, let's see. There is boating as well in an artificial lake, but we went boating in Ghoda Katora in Bihar, which was awesomax. So we decided to give the boating a skip. Although I'll just show you the lake, you know, just so that if you are planning a visit to Monteria village, you know what to expect. Alright, so we'll come back here after lunch and check it out. This is the lake on which they take you boating. Alright, so I've found a good vantage point, but it's a little dangerous as well. If I don't watch my step, I might just get stuck here. But apart from that, let me just show you. This is the first floor, the top side of a little hut in this recreated village, and I'll show you a wrap around. There is a imitation jeweler over there, Sunar as we say. There is a small Annapurna restaurant over there with a little canteen attached. There is a costume maker, like a tailor over there, and over there is a pottery handicraft person, and there is a person selling a gola, and there's a soda wala. So these things are what make up traditional Maharashtrian village life, and it's a nice place to bring family. And oh, and I'll show you the, hopefully this won't cave in, I'll show you the, I don't know if you can, yeah, I think it's visible, but still I have to crouch over here because the roof is quite low. Here we go. So here is where the zip cycle ends. Can you see? And also where the zip lining ends. So we'll be doing that later on top of the lake, across the lake, over the lake. And on this side you can see a few huts, and there's a bullock cart, and there are those fields which I guess produce the real distance. And there is where the zip lining ends. That is where the zip cycle ends. There. And that is where the zip line ends. So we'll be doing that, like I said, after lunch. And for now, I guess it's time to take a little break. But at the same time, I'll just show you the way downstairs as well. This is the way down. And here we go out into the open and into the village. A little bit of a throwback, nostalgic throwback. India Post reminds me of my school, Lawrence School Sanar. 173202 is the pin code, postal index number, and that was the time when we actually used to send letters written by hand. Nowadays, of course, it's all digital. And here is a Kathputli show going on. So that's puppetry, Kathputli. And let me just give you a little glimpse of that as well. So I was up there, that hut was back there, and this is where the puppet show is happening. And as you can see, people who have completed the zipline and zip cycle are coming down this path. They'll have to go back up there. There's a magic show over there, Jadugar, and a couple of swings. And as I showed you from above, this is a description of the huts. All in all, pretty nice. And one of the good things I like about it is that they are not stingy with the water, because it's Christmas and it's hot. It's really, really hot. I mean, I'm sweating, and that is why I'm going to have a little water from these earthenware pots that are all over the place. Alright. I mean, when in Rome, right? Okay. Will it go up? I guess I'll have to bend down a bit. Okay, that didn't go as planned. Better to be. Okay, so we might as well get a glimpse of this as well. As you can see, they're pulling up a couple for bungee, I guess, trampoline bungee or whatever, bungee or something they call it. They're still pulling them up. So there we go. That was vicarious. We'll do that on our own as well in a little bit. All right. See you in a second with the magic of editing at the next stop on our Monteria village tour. It's so hot, it's time for Coca-Cola, or more accurately, thumbs up, because that has thunder. So let's get some hydration. All right, what do we have here? This is like a village square or a village circle, if you want to call it that. This is Anganwadi is the name that they've given to the primary school type setup that they've got going over there. There's a monkey hanging off the branches. There's Krishnai, which is a Mahila Grey Udyog thing, and chair weaving, a bit of carpentry work. Seems like a cycle repair shop over there, and a tailor. You got a tea stall, juice center, and there's a barber as well, yeah, and a clinic. So, oh, and there is a Subodh Bhai Lohar. Oh, that seems interesting. Iron works, forging reminds me of Lord of the Rings, you know, swords being forged and weapons being, I don't remember the technical term for it. Quenching. Steel is quenched, right? The technical viewers out there, do let me know what you thought about all these things in the comments. And finally, after this little trip down rural lane, we are back to the place where the swings and everything was, the Lakshman Jhula and all. And now we are going to head back towards the restaurant, where we'll have a spot of lunch, not too heavy, so that we keep our spirits light as we take a little break, get some rest, and do the adventure zone, zip lining, zip cycling, and rope course, ropeway course, whatever they call it. We'll do these 3 things after the lunch break of the staff, and then we'll head to the pool side for some refreshing waterworks before we head out. So all in all, excellent day going on at Monteria village. Highly recommended, especially for family. So see you all at lunch. You know, life really amazes me. Like this little spider, I don't know if you can see it. It jumped off some. Oh, it jumped on me. Here it is. Look at it. Check it out. Oh, and okay, so I'm going to let it be for the moment because I don't want it climbing down into the car and making a nest in the kids' stuff. So I'm here at the Monteria village parking to get Advitya's food and all. Lunchtime for us, for everyone. And what really impressed me was that this is actually a solar panel, whole roof, 2 of them in fact, 2 rows of solar panels under which is the parking. And I really like it. You know, it's a good idea to sort of conserve energy, make some green energy, and at the same time provide shade for the parked cars. Yeah, so I've left the door open. So yeah, we are going to resume our adventure activities after some lunch and some rest. So looking forward to that. Alright, so as you can see, there is literally very little rush after the lunch hour. Mostly people are trying to digest their lunches, but I think we made the correct decision, and this is what I would recommend to you as well. Hold off on these adventure activities until after lunch, because before that there are huge lines, and they're mostly, as you can see, it's numbered, and there are around 24 seats. So about 24 people at one time can line up and can be before you. And till then, you can enjoy the Monteria village, the authentic recreation, I will say, of rural life that they have created. And oh, I see that they've shifted one of the ATVs and parked it here. So that's it. I guess we'll be going for the zipline up this way, where I had shown you when I was going up with Advitya towards that temple and a little beyond it. And the rope course will be through that little, let me show you, that little flowery portal. And the zip cycle, I guess, is just upstairs. So 3 things to do, and very reasonable. It's 200 per activity per person, but if you take all 3, it costs only 400. So that's what we will be doing. We'll be doing all 3 activities, and that's it. Looking forward to it.
देखिए खाली एक हाथ से जब पहुँचोगे ना, ऐसे रेड कलर का टेप पकड़ के रखना है, तो रिटर्न आओगे आप. ठीक,
Got it.
यहाँ पे चेयर जैसे पोजीशन में बैठना है, ऊपर खाली पकड़ना नहीं. यहाँ पे पकड़ा नहीं पकड़ा कोई दिक्कत नहीं, और ये पैर ऐसे रखना. ठीक है,
ठीक है. All right, good to go for the zip line.
Number 2.
And away
चलिए,
we go.
sit down, legs up, go.
Woohoo! Nice, not bad at all. Good distance. That was a little scary because there's a line running through, and हेलो,
छोड़ दीजिए.
थैंक यू. ये छोड़ दूं?
अभी ऊपर खड़े रहना आपको.
बस.
बस सीधे खड़े रहिए.
There we go. All right. After the zip line, it's time for the zip cycle, and as you can see, it's a Hero Electro, around a year old. And what we'll be doing is zipping across that line, across this artificial lake to the Machan over there, and right from there is where the rope obstacle course, what will we call it? Ropeway bolte hain? Kya bolte hain? Rope course. So that's where we'll do the rope obstacle course. Alright, so I guess it shouldn't take what, 30 seconds? Approximately 30 seconds is what the time is. And alright, we are good to go. Bhaiya is waiting for me. Aapka naam kya hai? Sunil ji is waiting for me, so I won't hold him on too much. Alright, so I am a few, maybe a dozen feet up in the air, and we are going to the rope course, the rope obstacle course, and I am obviously connected by the safety line over here. And we just finished the zip cycle, which this little kid is finishing right now. He was very brave when he was waiting behind me, and in the middle, of course, the rope way, this single rope line gets a little shaky, but nothing to worry about, because after all, we are old campaigners, and thanks to Sanar, I have done my fair share of adventure sports already. So all this seems like old hat. And with that, let's move on to the Z planks. Then there's the swinging wave steps. Then there's the tunnel, and there are a three more things that I will show you in a bit. So here we go on the Z planks. So this is the rope course, and these are starting with the Z planks right here. Let's go. I got my safety attached, and nothing much to do. Just keep your center of gravity in the center, of course, where it belongs. And that's it. Just a few steps, and we are into the swinging wave steps. So let's tackle that next. Okay, on to the swinging wave steps, and I'll need both my hands for this, so see you on the other side. Alright, after those swinging wave steps, we are going to head into the tunnel, and it's got about 4 barrels to get through. So once again, I'll need both my hands. See you on the other side. After the tunnel come the tiles. So here is the name, and here are the tiles themselves. So left, right, and straight ahead. It's 4:20 p.m. and we are across the rope course. भैया वापस भी इधर ही जाना होता है? नहीं, वहाँ से आप तो ये वाला साइड जो सब है, आपने कॉम्बो लिया है ना, जिपलाइन, जिप साइकिल और रोप कोर्स ना, तो आपको 7 चैलेंज लेके। अच्छा, और पूरा लेते हो तो 40 चैलेंज। Okay. Alright, so a little bit of new information which we did not have, which means that if you take the combo, then you get only half the course. Okay. Alright, so next up is the jungle net, and then right ahead are the crisscross ropes, and that's the end of the rope course for us because we took a combo. But for people who take the whole thing, they get to go the whole way back with 7 new challenges. Alright, let's go forward. And that's it. This is how we take the carabiner through to the next. There we go. Okay, that's it, I guess. 30 more seconds and we are through the course. Alright, so that wasn't very taxing but entertaining nonetheless, and I had thought that we will go to the rope course via this portal, as I had said from below, but it seems like we exit through the portal. Either ways, portal work both ways, and on this hot Christmas day, I bid you all Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and let's keep the show going. Alright, so we had a good combo adventure pack, zipline, zip cycle, and the ropeway course. Aapka naam?
Johnny.
Johnny Bhai, Hariom Bhai, they were very good, and they really got me up to speed on some latest belay systems and climbing gear as well. So huge shout out to them, and if you come to Monteria village, do take this course. Alright, thank you. Thank you. So with all the adventures we are having, we have Mamuji to thank for that, and like I said in the beginning, happy birthday to him on his big day, which is falling on Christmas Day. But next year, let's see which day it falls on. All right, finally, after a long day of exertions and excursions, we are here at the pool, and the rain dance seems to have stopped for some reason. But let's see. I don't know. One kid is definitely enjoying his Karate Kid moods over there. Okay. So hopefully they will get it up and running soon. And man, it's Christmas and the sun is still beating down on us at 5 o'clock in the evening. But still, this is going to be a welcome, refreshing change. So alright, I'm already unbuttoned as you can see, and it's time to jump in and make it a pool party! Alright, so as you can probably tell by my hair, freshly washed and combed, we've had a gala time in the pool and a bit of rain dancing under this umbrella sort of structure as well. So very nicely structured day, I would say. Alright, sorry for getting rid of some extra cuticles. And I see that Theka is closed, but that's alright. We are going to get some on our way to Bombay, and there's some sort of a pizza place, I guess. Alright, as it says on the banner. And this is the place where they host some sort of artsy shows or something. And that's it, I guess. The evening lights are coming on. Guests are kind of getting out of the way because it is 6 and that is the package time, the